Leganes entertained Real Valladolid in the final game of the season, knowing that they had to win and hope that Las Palmas could at least hold Espanyol to a draw. For the home side here, they knew they had to put all their focus on getting a job done against already relegated Valladolid, a side that had only won 4 games so far this season and had their relegation confirmed last month. It was the hosts who made a very bright start. On that occasion, Seydouba Cissé firing into the side netting as the ball looped down at the back post after the cross from Dani Rabah. Valladolid did look to press forward. Moro, though, just beaten to that particular ball. But in the end, the long-range shot coming in. But way over the crossbar in the end from 18-year-old Ibrahim Alani. Not troubling Marko Dimitrovic in the home team goal. The first half would belong to Leganes, certainly in front of goal. On this occasion, Munir El Haddadi finding Dani Rabah. Willing runners in front of him. He found Yan Diomandi on the left-hand side of the area. His low shot, not testing Karl Hein on that occasion, flying wide of the mark. Valladolid, who arrived here knowing that they will be playing in the LaLiga Hypermotion already next season. They certainly look to be competitive. Raul Moro on this occasion looking to send the ball into the area for Juanmi Latasa, but his attempted pullback deflecting kindly into the arms of Dimitrovic. Would be the away side that would come forward again soon after. Raul Moro once more at the centre of things. His low drive just keeping Dimitrovic on his toes. The keeper having to dive low down to his left to keep out the grass cutter. Leganes, who went into this game 2 points behind Espanyol, with only 1 defeat in their last 6 matches. That whether they stayed up was out of their hands. A golden opportunity when Diomandi was looking to go through, but the ball ricocheted off his shins, and Hein was able to come out of the Valladolid goal and just punch clear. Diomandi would look to play the ball to Javi Hernandez. He received it back. His defence was doing everything it could to keep out the shot, blocking both Diomandi, then Seydouba Cissé, and then a good save from Karl Hein to deny Dani Rabah. 2 penalty appeals in amongst all that. The use of an arm and a challenge on Diomandi. The referee on the field waving away the protests, and indeed VAR agreeing with both of the decisions. So no penalty for Leganes. Valladolid look to play their way out from the back. Loose pass intercepted by Javi Hernandez. Diomandi then made his way down the left. And he would find Javi Hernandez, who would line up a shot to open the scoring. A deflection off the back of Joseph Aidoo, steering the ball beyond the reach of Karl Hein and making it 1-0 to the home side 24 minutes in. Only his second goal of the season. Javier Hernandez up from left back for Leganes. But a fine strike, lifting Butarque. And at that stage, things were still 0-0 between Espanyol and Las Palmas. Leganes were out of the bottom three. Press forward, looking for a second with the home side. On this occasion, Renato Tapia to Dani Rabia. Fine ball through to Munir. Seydouba Cissé would find the back of the net and wheel away in celebration. The VAR would cut short the euphoria, as Munir El Haddadi was adjudged to have been the length of a boot beyond the last man. So no goal. Would become 2-0. This occasion, Cissé knocking the ball back to Diomandi. And it would be the number 30 for Leganes who would find a way through, twisting and turning, before sending the ball beyond the reach of Karl Hein and into the back of the net. And the home side were now very much in control. It was a fine effort, Diomandi picking the ball up there, receiving it back from Cissé before finding the back of the net for his second goal of the season too. Riding the challenge of Alani, skipping away from Antonio Candela. Diomandi, who had a fine first half performance. Testing Candela once more before finding Javier Hernandez. Munir back out wide to the scorer of Leganes' second goal. And his cross would set up the chance for Juan Cruz to make it 3-0 before half-time. Karl Hein palming the cross into the path of Juan Cruz, but it was all about Diomandi's work down the left. And Juan Cruz with a simple enough finish coming in at the far post to make it 3-0 to Leganes and put the game virtually beyond the reach of Real Valladolid. Late in the first half, there would be an opportunity for Juanmi Latasa. Claims also that Jorge Sainz might have got a hand to that, but the appeals waved away. Mitrovic would make the stop. The start of the second half, Valladolid would make a number of changes. Mario Maroto and Luis Perez, the first to come on, along with Cenk at the back. Alvaro Rubio just took to freshen things up. Leganes with that 3-goal cushion didn't have to take too many risks. Valladolid certainly improved in the second half and looked more solid. But it would be Leganes who would press forward on this occasion. Dani Rabia early in the second period, just testing the reflexes of Karl Hein, the goalkeeper on loan at Valladolid, tipping that one wide of the mark. And then Yan Diomandi, who went down at the end of the first half with what looked like an injury, then advising those around him that he wouldn't be able to continue beyond the opening minutes of the second period. So substitutions made for the home team. The spirits were still high while it remained 0-0 between Espanyol and Las Palmas. On this occasion, Seydouba Cissé trying his luck, just dispossessed before being able to release the shot. Danny Rabat pushed the ball upfield, played out wide to Duk, who came on for Diamandi. More changes and news would soon come through that Espanyol would take the lead against Las Palmas. That would just perhaps take some of the wind out of the sails here at Butaki. Although the home team supporters really showed their loyalty by continuing to make noise and create an atmosphere in the face of an immediate return to the Spanish second tier. Miguel de la Fuente, who was honoured prior to the game for making 100 appearances for Leganes, then come on for Danny Rabat. At this stage, news was coming through that Espanyol had doubled their advantage, and it was now highly likely that Leganes would make a return to the second tier after just one campaign at the highest level, back at the highest level of Spanish football. And they would be joining Las Palmas and Real Valladolid. Looks all around the stadium as news came through, and it began to dawn on everyone in Butarque. The relegation was on the cards, but my word, what a send-off, what a tribute the fans gave them. The team, no animosity, celebration in the face of adversity. Seydou Cissé in tears, a message to the players at the end. It finished Leganes 3, Valladolid 0. But both teams will play in the second division next season.
Pues sí, ya estamos con protagonistas, compañeros.